have to get, if you're not getting sweaty in ARAM in a 30-minute ARAM game, what are you doing?
What are you doing indeed? ARAM is only the most prestigious of game modes. You know, like, I think about it, right? There's like, if you got versus AI, then QM, then unranked draft, then Storm League, then you got the amateur competitive divisions. We're talking about Heroes Lounge. We're talking about Nexus Gaming Series, Girls Gang Squad, and then you go up from there. You got CCL, and then you got Masters Clash side by side, and then right up above them, ARAM. All random, all mid. The true test of a player's skill in Heroes of the Storm. Lucio and Lunar banned out.
It's why you'll get flamed in ARAM more than any other game mode.
I just wonder, can you get Lever Q ARAM? I know you can get Lever Q QM, but I don't know if you get matched up with other levers in ARAM, but Lever Q QM is some of the most toxic cesspool stuff I've ever seen. It feels like you're in a Dota match. And now we see the support chokeout coming out from Masters Clash Academy right here, taking away both Lucio and Stukov. Blaze and Lunara will be the bans for Three-Legged Cat.
Here's the question. Do they play Junkrat?
Junkrat does see play on Battlefield of Eternity thanks to his strong control of vision on a map where you play so often in Fog of War. But it's a
Ming is a prio on this map. Probably the only map that she's prio on, but like, it's a big pick.
It feels like in Masters Clash, if we're going to be on Battlefield of Eternity, we're just going to see a Li Ming get picked up before that third van. That trend has rung true, it feels like basically every time.
Forever.
Yep, just going in perpetuity. It's pretty much always happened. And now we have Hanzo and Yrel locked in for Three-Legged Cat. Yrel, of course, one of those heroes that sees a lot of priority in Europe. And Muradin locked in for Nagram, as well as the Rexar for Vaders. Rexar able to provide such stellar vision control with the usage of Flare, if we're going to see Vaders pick it, as well as the presence of two bodies. Certainly
and
one
you know
element. What's up?
Not bad race either. Same with Muradin.
Not bad race. Of course, Rexar is what's commonly affectionately referred to as a stat stick. He just has a bunch of stats. And so he just, it's part of having two bodies, right? If you have two bodies, your race is going to be decent. Tychus, on the other hand, going to be banned out by the members of Three-Legged Cat.
What does that tell us? That might tell us a Diablo might come out.
Yeah, Diablo. I mean, Diablo wouldn't be entirely unexpected into a Li Ming. If you simply pop that soul shield, Li Ming effectively doesn't exist into you once you have that 75 spell armor. Tychus would certainly throw a wrench in those plans. I would not be surprised to see a Diablo picked up. Doesn't even have to be right here because the tank pick is not in contention. But there it is. No surprises. Johan Ayaya gonna pick up that Diablo, and Captain Rex on the Anduin. If I'm the side of Masters Clash Academy here, I'm just thinking to myself, we need to get something that hurts Diablo. Okay?
Yeah.
We can't pick up the Tychus, and if we go another mage here, Diablo simply goes Soul Shield, he's gonna get that spell armor, and he's effectively immortal into our backline. What are they gonna put? Otherwise, they get bullied by Diablo right here.
Why would you have 75 spell armor with uptime that is basically almost every time you need it?
Yep, if you combine that Soul Shield with the Lightning Breath, it gives you a very quick reset of its cooldown, because Soul Shield's cooldown for Diablo is, of course, reduced every time he deals spell damage to enemy heroes. Genji now picked up by Drakir to round out the draft. You love to get that long-range instant follow-up onto your Diablo combos. In this Battlefield of Eternity game, Nagram going to be playing that. And never mind a little bit of swapping back and forth right here. Panda Colada will ultimately end up on that GREYMANE after having locked in Li Ming for their team right there. Muradin being played by Nagram. And I gotta say, a lot of rests on Panda C's shoulders to be able to even hope to mitigate this Diablo's pressure.
I will say I'm interested to see the Genji impact this game, because they do have a Brightwing over there who notoriously can just turn Genji into a sheep. But he's not like Muradin's not the biggest threat to Genji, and Genji can harass Li Ming pretty hard. But if he gets turned to a sheep, you have a Ming and a GREYMANE who notoriously are able to almost one-shot a lot of heroes. So we'll see how that goes.
And now let's take it to this game that we've loaded in. Game number 1 of series number 3 on the day. There are 4 series total. This is Three-Legged Cat on our left side versus MC Academy. This match will be followed by Bang Bush versus Granite Gaming. Not going to want to miss out on either of those. But here, for the sides of Three-Legged Cat, we have Meneldor on Urel, Drakir playing Genji, Johan Ayaya on Diablo. You gotta say it. You gotta say it a little fancy. You know, you gotta. It's from anime for those of you who don't know. But you gotta give the little Ayaya some pizzazz. As we see Captain Rex on the Anduin, and Hiraeth is my best guess for that Hanzo. Dropping that good luck, have fun. But FullOnGritz, who do we see for Masters Clash Academy here on the right side of our screen?
We got Lolam on Ming, we got Nagram on Muradin, we got Panda Colada on GREYMANE, we got Warren on Brightwing, and up top we got Vedders on Rexar.
This is my idea of heaven, chat, is I just take North American casters and I put them into European competitive matches. I tell them 0 information about how to pronounce their names, and I just let them try. All right, if I have to do it, they have to do it as well. It's a rite of passage for us North American players commentating these European games.
Look, I know how to pronounce Spangrada, so like it should be fine.
Lolam hitting the combo. That's also my best guess. On to Hiraeth right there. Urel making a rotation back up to topside as we see with Panda Colada going over and starting this siege camp for the members of Masters Clash Academy. Some recognition by Three-Legged Cat that they have the number advantage on the bot side and they are going to simultaneously take this bottom siege. Lolam hitting the Arcane Orb over the wall, but Diablo is unbothered. He's got the HP bar to not worry about it too much. And now we're going to see fairly standard battlefield continuations. Nagram jumping right in, lands the Stormbolt onto Johanna Yayaya, who it does hit the Soul Shield to be okay. And now Genji with the rotation on the top side, Drakir looking for the gank.
Yep, classic Genji, just be annoying to the offlaner.
And as a Tracer player who has a lot of overlap with Genji in terms of their overall playstyle and what they want to achieve, you really just hate to be into Brightwing. Okay, Genji doesn't like getting polymorphed. He wants to gank lanes. Brightwing wants you to gank her lanes so that she can rotate and hit those phase shifts right there. The phase shift timing from Warren Ooh, absolutely instantaneous. Polymorph actually canceling Urel's channel, as well as the follow-up of Misha Charge from Vaders. Will be first blood a little over 2 minutes into this game for the members of Masters Clash Academy. I must remind you...
Cat,
what's up?
Really considering to rotate there too, because they're like, they lost almost their entire wall top. They rotated halfway and then went back bottom.
Nagram not too scared. He knows he's a Muradin. He's going to be okay. Let's remember that we do have, I believe we have Masters Clash Academy, the number 5 team in MC, as well as over here Three-Legged Cat, the number 8 team, looking to secure some points right here. Johanna Ayaya goes in, but actually there are multiple members of MC here for the immediate punish. Shadow charge onto Nagram, not worth in the end. And that will be the second kill of the game for MC Academy. Absolutely deleting Diablo and turning it into immediate race pressure.
There's that Genji punishment I was talking about. If he was anywhere closer to the enemy team, I think he would have died there.
And now Misha Charge followed up by the Stormbolt from Nagram onto Genji, but it's not going to lead to any kills. Vader's getting dived by Johanna Ayaya right from the start. Chastise not going to land for the follow-up. Meneldor's in deep, will finish him off. Panda Colada dies as well. Warren Ooh did get in there, but not in time to save the GREYMANE. A timely double kill for the members of Three-Legged Cat. After a bit of a shaky start, they get right back into it with that double kill, started by the excellent dive from Johanna Yaya.
Yeah, the amount of control you're going to see from Diablo and Urel. Ooh, we might even see here with Ming now. She blinked out. you get all this map has so many skinny choke points, and it is like heaven for Diablo, and also Urel can knock your team into those choke points. So if you're caught in that kind of situation, you can get body blocked to death. You can get your whole team separated. There's so many bad things that can happen to you with
Johanna looking for yet another flip combo onto Nagrom right there, stepping forward aggressively. Nagrom receiving the phase shift from Warren Ooh, and all of a sudden the pressure immediately reverses onto Johanna, and all of a sudden, just when things were looking up for Three-Legged Cat, they will lose their main tank right as they wanted to push. Urel getting stunned out by Nagrom, Hammer not connecting, and this Immortal is getting absolutely shredded. You know, we were talking about Diablo being good on Battlefield of Eternity just a moment ago, FullOnGritz, and I gotta say, there's something so beautifully thematic and flavorful to me that Diablo is good on Diablo maps. You know, I think that's just a nice little bit of flavor. Similarly, we have Lieutenant Morales, the StarCraft Terran, also conveniently good on Brax's Holdout, also a StarCraft
classic map. Pirate Queen.
Yeah, and so there's something I just like about that. When characters are good on their in-universe maps, it feels like this ultimate sort of culmination of fantasy and game design, and in a beautiful marriage of the two. Now here, hold on a second, as we see Panda Colada and Menildor getting into a bit of a scuffle, but Vaders has arrived onto the scene. Misha Charge not going to land a stun onto Menildor. Menildor forced to give up this bottom siege camp, but will escape with their life. And now the topside blue push from Three-Legged Cat as we see Masters Clash Academy on the defense.
I will say, if Morales was a Warcraft hero, Alterac would be a travesty of that theme.
How would Morales be a Warcraft hero? We don't have any heal beam type classes in Warcraft. But regardless, I feel ya. And now both teams wishing they could take Bruiser camps. Actually, Red Side Bruiser camp will be available in time. Unsure if Masters Clash Academy is aware of this or if they just want to get some push onto bottom fort in the meantime. Getting a little bit more damage right here before their race is going to start.
We got Diablo really wanting to have bear meat for dinner here.
Well, Diablo's gonna go hungry as Misha does survive, is able to get on out of there with just a little bit of HP, and got those block charges, so not super concerned about going down just quite yet. Both teams with the race pressure onto these Immortals. We got that wide zoom shot showing us. And at this point, Three-Legged Cat with a healthy 5,000 point lead onto their Punisher's HP bar. Johanna face checking right into things, will get hit by the Arcane Orb combo. The arrow only landing onto Muradin from Harayev. Genji bomb in the backline. The response is instant. Genji going down quickly. Leap of Faith out of their X strike as well. Menildor in the thick of things, forced to use the Ardent Defender. Nagrom very low. We'll get the phase shift from the Brightwing to be okay. Arcane Orb not hitting onto Drakir. And somehow, Grits, nobody dying.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought for sure Diablo and Ming were going to die that fight.
And now Johanna is in the thick of things, chasing down the members of MCA as they shift backward. MCA now leading in terms of Immortal HP at the moment, choosing to defend on top of their own. Drakir stepping forward, looking for any aggressive pressure that he can get. And all of a sudden, Three-Legged Cat winning the race yet again. It's looking a little bit cyclical out here, back and forth, back and forth. But now, Three-Legged Cat, it is their turn in the cycle to ebb rather than flow. Misha Charge stepping forward here, as well as Drakir on the side lane.
They need to never go near that bush. Misha's always in it. She lives in that bush. That's her dwelling. There goes the Genji. Polymorphed, turned into a pig.
It feels like every single kill combo right there is just a result of the combination of the polymorph and the Misha Charge. And indeed, they said, hey, you want pork instead of bear? And they said, nah, let's let it turn back into a bear, and then we will feast tonight. Nagrom getting hit by the Immortal stun will not be enough to take him out right there. Misha respawning in 6 seconds. Everybody else alive otherwise, but that is going to be MCA taking this objective. Three-Legged Cat, rather than letting their Bruiser camp despawn with the objective, will take it just in time to aid in their defense.
Yeah, it's It'll definitely help keep the minions occupied. I think that's the main goal of that bruiser camp there. It will get kind of murdered while they're pushing with it though.
And now with this Immortal pressuring forward for the members of Masters Clash Academy, it's still got plenty of health. Recognizing this three-legged cat opting to step back and defend at their keep within the Sanctuary. Because it's a Diablo map of their own structures. As we now see Masters Clash Academy stepping away right here. Johanna attempting yet another stun combo onto Nagrom. I feel like I've seen this before. Dragon Arrow not going to hit in response from the Hanzo. And nobody going down in a little bit of a scuffle.
I think Urel secured that top tower. Was that tower already gone, or did she just secure that?
Not quite 100% sure at the top of my head, but Meneldor is in there. Misha charge interrupting Meneldor's channeling. And now Harayath is here on the scene. Nobody going down just quite yet, but both teams thinking about how they can find control of this top siege camp right here. Actually, three-legged cat backing off a bit, seemingly ceding the camp away to the members of Masters Clash Academy, not going to contest it. Ooh, Johanna taking big damage. That was a cursed bullet and an arcane orb combo onto Johan Ayaya, but it's actually Urel going down.
Oh.
The CC chain. I gotta say, I don't know what that means, Gritz, but okay, crab legs.
Got turned into a crab.
Ah, they're having crab legs for dinner tonight. Misha, of course, the constant mainstay of the meal, bear meat for the members of Three-Legged Cat.
There's a reason.
It's such a goofy bit. I don't know. What's up?
There's a reason Brightwing always talks about eating other heroes. She turns them into bacon, you know.
Yep, as Brightwing once said, let us make their insides their outsides. In one of my favorite quotes in Heroes of the Storm, Panda Colada starting out this bruiser camp for Masters Clash Academy. And I gotta say, I'm just thinking about one aspect of these matchups here, Grits. When you have Urel and Genji, these are two heroes that really just hate getting hard CC'd. Urel dependent on being able to channel her abilities, so of course stun, silences, and whatnot, those interfere with her ability to do that. And Genji wanting to pressure your backline and very fragile once he gets polymorphed, as well as polymorph interrupting his deflect, but that's a massive dragon arrow followed up by the apocalypse from Diablo, not able to get the flit to follow up, but it's still a huge combo. Urel popping the Ardent Defender, somehow nobody dying yet again. The Hounds have been released, the Boars actually. Unleash the Hounds is a Hearthstone thing. And now
there was a pretty heads up Emerald Wind there, but I don't think it caught anybody, but it zoned everyone.
Yeah, Emerald Wind, if it forces the enemy team to turn around, then it often has achieved its purpose. The double chastise landing from Anduin as Three-Legged Cat attempts to escape. Johan Ayaya in the thick of things will get the light bomb onto two targets. Nagrom in there, bear meat on the table yet again, but at the cost of Diablo's life. Diablo had souls, so hey, he respawns faster than Misha. Okay, ignore the fact that he's worth 4 times as much experience points, and the trade kind of makes sense. Nagrom forced to use his avatar, it seems, and now yet another race lead for the members of Masters Clash Academy. Stun combo from Diablo lands out onto Nagrom, and wow, the combo, the stun. We've seen Johan Ayaya attempting it over and over again. The Diablo combos onto Muradin finally pays off, and with the Muradin dead, Masters Clash Academy not even thinking about contesting this objective. They're just going to take the bottom siege.
And this is after halftime, I believe, right? So Three-Legged Cat probably going to secure this objective.
Oh, there's no way in hell Masters Clash Academy could ever even seek to stop this from getting secured. They're simply going to go ahead and get inside their base, trying to secure vision of these bushes right here. On the other side, Three-Legged Cat, yet again, rather than letting their bruisers despawn during objective, going to go ahead and pick it up. Masters Clash Academy. Yes.
We're gonna see top lane. I think is gonna be in favor of Masters Clash Academy. Ooh.
Johan Ayaya in a little bit of danger right there, but Captain Rex able to get them out as we see the X Strike actually gets flipped out of it by Johan Ayaya. Drakir's got to be mauling a little bit right there. Johan Ayaya will go down. cutting short this push from the members of Three-Legged Cat. A dodge from Harayev, barely able to avoid the Storm Bolt, but Masters Clash Academy looking for the aggression. Nagrom lands the stun onto Metal Door. Panda Coladas in here, receives the phase shift, giving them the green light to continue the aggression. Metal Door, oh my god! Lolam actually denied Metal Door's jump over the wall with the wave of force and then runs immediately face first into the meat grinder after making such an excellent outplay. Harayev hitting a big scatter arrow onto Nagrom. Wow. That's not what I thought would happen when I saw that jump get canceled, but okay. One member dead on each team as we see Three-Legged Cat looking to secure top siege.
I'll be honest, I'm watching the replay on your stream right now. Yeah, that's exactly how it went down.
Face first into the meat grinder. Out of the frying pan into the fire, as the youth say. It's a term I just came up with. Now here we see Three-Legged Cat pressuring forward. They have the siege camp. There's not a lot else to do on this map other than just look for picks and pressure with this large wave that they've built up.
Out of the avocado into the air fryer.
That makes perfect sense. And wow, dude, Muradin's just getting deleted. Avatar was about 3 seconds away, but even if it was up, this stun chain was perfect from the members of Three-Legged Cat, absolutely deleting Muradin. And I'll be honest with you, Grits, this match feels like it comes down to which tank gets farmed harder.
Yeah, I mean, it really felt like Masters Clash Academy was just ready to win this, and now it's turned the other way.
So just remember, chat, if someone ever tells you don't focus the tank, you tell them that they are a fool. As we see the tank
if the tank dies, you probably win the team fight.
Indeed, indeed. Fire Stomp securing some vision from Johan Ayaya, who's actually dangerously close to the members of MCA. Will take over half his health in damage, thanks in special part to Panda Colada's Cursed Bullet, getting a lot of percentage damage onto Diablo, as Nagrom now moves forward here in an attempt to interfere with the race potential of Three-Legged Cat. Lands the Stormbolt onto Metal Door, not going to be enough though. Both teams still very even in race.
I think focusing the tank is kind of like going to a casino and whether or not you quit while you're ahead. You know what I mean?
Right. Nagrom will take some damage. Avatar is gonna get his Nagrom's gonna get his avatar forced as I struggle to decode these metaphors from FullOnGritz, but HANZO will go down in the meantime, and this is a 5v4 in favor of MCA. Oh, the light bomb from Johanna, using it to pressure in deeply right there and get the kill onto GREYMANE. It's a 1-for-1 plus a little bit of bear meat in favor of Three-Legged Cat.
All right, I'll decode it. If you invest too much and don't get anything out of it, you gotta walk away.
Nagrom interrupting Johan Ayaya mid shadow charge. I can't help but think that Stormbolt was intended for Drakir. The interception, looking like all-star level NFL defense from right there from Johan Ayaya, eating the Stormbolt, but interrupting his APOC combo. Drakir now stepping in will get Emerald winded away from Warren U, not able to finish him off. And now still a slight lead in Immortal health for Masters Clash Academy, but GREYMANE only just now about to respawn, as this is a Dragon's Arrow landing onto Muradin and the Bear.
Oh, it might turn on Urel though. Nope, she got out. She got that fast mount.
Well, the members of Three-Legged Cat looking a little bit hungry right there, as they're not able to secure tonight's dinner of Misha and friends. And now, oh, Dwarf Toss actually interrupted by Johan Ayaya, as well as the 3-inch leap of faith before he immediately goes down. And now Diablo did have souls, so he will be nearby soon, but not in time to protect against this Immortal. The members of Three-Legged Cat backing off right there. And tell me, was I right or was I right? It's about which tank gets farmed.
You're definitely right. I mean, honestly, he got melted so fast, I didn't even see what animal he turned into.
It's all about the dinner, as we see Genji crab stepping away right there. Why doesn't the crab step sideways? You know?
I don't know.
Crabs don't walk forward.
I don't know if all crabs walk sideways. I'm not sure.
You are messing with me, Grits. If you're a crab, you walk sideways. If you don't walk sideways, you're not a crab. All right, now we see the pressure from Masters Clash Academy right here as both teams looking to have a little bit more dinner here tonight. And this is a half-health Immortal stepping forward here. The members of Three-Legged Cat trying to defend however they can. Oh, big damage combo onto Johanna, and it's yet another 3-inch leap of faith. This time, not immediately followed by Diablo's destruction.
Like they're gonna retreat, get a camp, top siege camp, going over the Masters Clash Academy here, and Three-Legged Cat looks like they're just gonna soak and scout.
Soak and scout, the two S's, of course, everybody knows them. Now with the Sonic Arrow by Haraya scouting out Nagrom's rotation.
Three-Legged Cat should get 21st here. They're pushed in, and there it goes.
Three-Legged Cat does indeed have 20 advantage, not able to do too much with it. As we see Drakir, what's going on here, buddy? You're mid-step right now. Got your knees at those 45, 90-degree angles, actually. What's going on here, bud? Got a little bit of lag?
He picked up that X-Strike 20, and he's like, crap, I need to install my my aimbots to make sure I can get full resets constantly on this talent.
Drakir tabbing out right now, activating X-Strike aimbot.exe. It's a foolproof plan. Gotta get those living weapon resets right here. Of course, Yrel lucking in Seraphim, as can virtually always be expected. Not a lot of surprises here in the level 20s for the members of Three-Legged Cat.
What's the cooldown on the Seraphim? Is it 10 seconds?
It's like 10 seconds. Yeah, it's
10 seconds. That is 1/5 of the time you could be unstoppable if you just always push that button.
Of course, if you always pushed it on CD, that you would get
stupid,
immediately flamed out of whatever lobby you're in. But it does serve to demonstrate the ridiculously high uptime at present for that ability. Rexar picking up Fate and Death, one of the longer ice blocks in the game. I can't remember. I want to say Chromie ice blocks like 8 seconds at level 13.
They nerfed it at one point, so I don't know if it's still 8 seconds. It might be 5 or 6 now.
Chat, give us a little bit of help if you know the answer.
Unless it was like 10 seconds before that. That'd be wild. I know they nerfed it at some point though.
Let's take a look. Oh, apparently GREYMANE with 0 APM at the exact moment probably had their hands off the keyboard in the rotation. What is happening? No explanation so far from the members of Three-Legged Cat. Just a pause. Phone call has been called. Tell them you're busy.
Is that GREYMANE? Is GREYMANE on the phone? Who's on the phone?
Over here.
Drakir on the phone.
I'm going to assume it's Drakir on the pause. Who knows? MDR has been called. I'm not 100% sure what that means. Anybody here with the European context that could clue me in? That would be fantastic. I'm just going to keep looking at these ever so important APM statistics.
Yeah. Man, that Genji APM, that average APM, he's pushing all the buttons all the time. Well, one thing I saw that was really silly looking was his deflect still goes off while he's getting hit by Emerald Wind, but he does like the weird stutter step thing that happens to you when you're getting like stunned by it. So he's like doing the deflect animation, but he's like walking sideways, just like getting pushed away. Oh.
We see now right here, if you notice any trends in the time dead stats right here, Diablo and Muradin leading for each of their respective teams. MDR equals dead of laughter has been explained to me in the chat. I hope that's not a joke and what it actually means. Regardless, we have these teams pressuring out right here. Masters Clash Academy looking to take bottom siege as they calmly and peacefully scale into level 20. MDR is French for LOL. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you, chat. And now MCA pressuring for the flank on the bot side. Harayth, gotta be careful.
Probably like Merida Day something, Del something, I don't know.
Who knows? I don't even bother attempting to be able to speak any French, pronounce any French, spell it. It's French is an enigma, all right, but we did see...
It's like French to you.
Oh yeah, it's all Greek to me. That's the same.
French is all Greek.
And now, Three-Legged Cat taking their bruiser camp. We will see, of course, the exact same, similar to the null trades that we so often saw on Alterac past year. Both teams seeing whatever they can get, and this is a remarkably even game, Grits.
Yeah, I mean, it's been back and forth. It looked like it was Masters Class Academy first, then it fell into Three-Legged Cat, now it's flipped back again. I'd say the advantage is back on Masters Class here.
Neither team wanting to be the first to step up, but Three-Legged Cat knows they're on a timer here. Stun combo onto Nagrum will not hit the second consecutive stun. Emerald Wind on Drakir into the Polymorph. Brightwing is a one-man show of a CC train, knocking out the Genji. Hellgate used to deliver a light bomb directly onto the members of Masters Clash Academy. Followed up by the Dragon Arrow, the stun combos from Johan Ayaya. Leap of Faith trying to get them out of there. They're getting a lot of HP back, but it's only a matter of time. Diablo goes down, a triple kill. Repulsion from Lolam. Oh, able to set up the kill. Man. Onto Captain Rex. Anduin with the saddest ragdoll I've ever seen says, I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark, as he gets on out of here. And now the members of Masters Clash Academy pressuring onto the core, certainly taking game number 1 for MCA.
To give credit to the Diablo, that combo was insane, but half their team was dead, so nothing really came of it.
Oh, Nagrum, he's not done with Horiath, and neither is Panda Colada.
The BM kill.
Wow, they gotta get
kill.
Anything they can get to pick up kill number 15 here. Both teams level 21, and somehow that's only the first game. That felt like a whole series in its own, dude. Just, no, game number 1 of Three-Legged Cat versus Masters Clash Academy going in favor of MCA right here, right now.
Was that the first game?
That was the first game. Was it? No, it was the second game. Was it the second game?
Was it the second game? I think it was the first game.
Now I've got myself. You've got me doubting.
Yeah, it felt like it was more than one game.
That was game number 1.
That was the first game, though. That was just such a intense back and forth.
Yeah, because it's rare a little bit to have two teams evenly matched exactly in terms of total structure count and experience that late in the game. Really just taking turns getting a few picks here and there.
Of course, once you get both teams at level 20, it becomes the sudden death mode.
Yo,
Heroes of the Storm.
Is this an intensive wins pick I see from the Brightwing, reducing Emerald Wind's CD to 5 seconds? And I gotta say, with Brightwing, a lot of people seem to approach the character as if it's almost mandatory to select Blink Heal, but we saw Emerald Wind being used to such massive effect right there. Think about it, okay? Yorel hates getting CC'd and loves to jump in on people. She can't jump through an Emerald Wind. Diablo, we saw Diablo getting disrupted. We saw Genji getting blown off by it. It's such a strong response into that light bomb pressure, and we saw right there, I believe, the final nail in the coffin for the side of Three-Legged Cat. A really crucial moment, maybe not the final nail, was when we saw Warren Ooh hitting that Emerald Wind onto Drakir, stunning Drakir long enough with the knockback to set up their polymorph, leading to the pickoff. The ability to protect the backline right there from Warren Ooh, so strong, thanks in large part to that Emerald Wind pickup right there. Very strong, very smart, very shrewd.
Yeah, it's like a solid 3 or 4 seconds of just CC on a Genji. If you're a Genji, that is an eternity for you. That's life ending, regardless of what you're doing or who you are.
Yeah, certainly in my mind a bit of an outdraft, but it's not like it made that a done and done game, as Lobby 2 is now up at the moment. We're joining in on that. Let's take a look at the standings going into here. This is Three-Legged Cat, the number 8. I accidentally said earlier Masters Clash Academy was the number 5 team. That was my mistake. This is the number 8 and number 6 team, Three-Legged Cat and Masters Clash Academy, respectively, facing off against each other. Regardless of how this goes now, neither team will be able to change their positioning If Masters Clash Academy takes this series 2-0 by finishing it off right here on Infernal Shrines, is where Game 2 will be. If Masters Clash is able to 2-0 this, they will remain in sixth place, but be very, very close to passing up Rage Quit Gaming. On the other hand, if Three-Legged Cat is able to 1-1 this series, they will still be tied for 7, so not quite in the exact same position as number 8, but not a massive step up either. Let's take a look real quick at who chose the map. We have Three-Legged Cat chose in our first game Battlefield of Eternity, and now Masters Clash, after taking that victory in game number 1, will choose Infernal Shrines for where we're going to play our last game of our third series of the day.
You think we'll see a Diablo?
I think we may see a Diablo on the Diablo map. It would be awfully thematic. I would absolutely love. You know who we're not gonna see, Gritz?
Morales?
Asmodan. Morales also, sure,
not
yeah.
Asmodan.
I wanted a Diablo character, and then you went with Morales. But
look,
regardless, what's up?
I would love to see it.
Oh yeah, no, dude, give me the Gazlo, Asmodan, Probius, Murky game that we deserve. You know, give me the Gazmodan. But
all underrated heroes, in my opinion. Except for maybe Gazlo. I think Gazlo has found his place. I think he got nerfed to a point where, like, where people thought he was is where he actually is now.
I see.
Which is, like, I think he's good on, like, Braxis for point control, like, dueling on the point. That's about it. He can win the 1v1s.
Gazlo's certainly an interesting character. If there's any character who is a stat stick, as we referred to earlier, they just have crazy high stats in terms of what they can put out, it is certainly Gazlo. If those turrets go uncleared, his damage can reach silly levels.
You have a lot of weird options between AoE or just really high single target auto attack damage.
Indeed. Metal Door now going to lock in the Hogger first pick. No surprises there. Hogger on all 3 Infernal Shrines has angles at which he can spin infinitely, clearing out the shrine with a singular key press and then simply taking your hands off the keyboard, having a sip of tea, reading the morning funnies, you know, catching a bit of Saturday cartoons, whatever you feel like in the meantime. And then check it out, when Hogger's done pressing a singular key press for the majority of the game on the objectives, Hogger can then hit level 20 and unlock the other ability that allows him to care fights with a single key press, no control. Can you tell that I have a bit of a bias against this character, as we now see Drakir picking up the Sylvanas and Captain Rex gonna reprise his role as the Anduin, bringing it back here in game number 2.
Say what you will about Hogger, you need to have at least passed high school geometry to play.
At least high school geometry. And you need that Hanzo with you too if you can get some of that simple geometry in first before you start calculating and getting into that advanced geometry with the addition of that Hogger.
Once you get into trig, once you start calculating cosines with Hogger angles.
Mm-hmm. You need a protractor, you need a calculator, a slide rule. Everything is part of the essential setup right there. Lolam going to be on the Hanzo as well as Nagram on Johanna. Fairly just normal shrine clear here for Masters Clash Academy. They've got Blaze with the AoE damage, Rehgar AoE damage, Hanzo AoE damage, Johanna AoE damage. It's a straightforward, consistent battle plan.
I think Three-Legged Cat needs a wave clear mage here. Oh, I guess the Kerrigan might be fine. With the stitches.
Show me the Tracer Panda C. I don't even know if it's in your hero pool, but tell me it wouldn't be good here. I want to see it. Here. And now, Stitches picked up by Johanna Yaya, as well as Kerrigan for Harayath. This is naturally one of Kerrigan's best maps, able to contribute a high amount of shrine clear for their teammates.
The reason I was suggesting the wave clear mage was because Johanna and Blaze are a nightmare for auto attackers. And Sylvanas, you know, she gets half affected by that. Kerrigan, we'll see how effective she is here. I think I like Masters Clash Academy's draft a little bit better here, even with the Hanzo Chromie into Kerrigan.
Kerrigan is certainly interesting for me. She does contribute a lot of Shrine Clear, but I wonder about her ability to pick up pickoffs into this enemy team when you've got a Johanna getting those subdues right in your face, the nano machine coding. Hanzo's probably going to be too far back to land combos on. Chromie, of course, gets an ice block at level 11. I just worry about Kerrigan's ability to really pick up kills. I think that a lot of this is going to come down to Johanna Ayaya's ability to land Stitch's hooks and be able to get picks for the side of Three-Legged Cat here as they attempt to even this series up.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I revel at seeing Kerrigans when I'm on Blaze, so like, and Joe's, I mean, you can kind of walk past Joe, but she will blind you. She will have her big AoE stun to at least interrupt you once on your way. And Chromie and Hanzo are just going to be so far back.
Yep, the ranged poke potential from these characters. Getting to them will certainly be a tall task for Kerrigan. As we now see for Masters Clash Academy on the right side of your screen, Nagrom will be playing Johanna, Lolam on Hanzo, Panda Colada aka Panda C for Chromie, Vader's on Blaze, and Warren Ooh playing that Regar. Who do we have for Three-Legged Cat, FullOnGritz?
We have Drakir on Sylvanas, Meneldor on Hager, Johanyaya on Stitches, and Captain Rex on Anduin. Oh. And they're blinded right now, but Hirath on Kerrigan.
Everyone knows that if a hero is blinded, you have to include a caveat when saying their name for some reason. And now,
yeah, I couldn't see their name.
Uriath looking for that combo for the first blood onto Panda C, but did what we often see Kerrigan players do, where they pull someone just a little bit too far and don't land the stun combo. Warren Ooh now using his Feral Spirit to get out of there, but will get hooked right back into the action. Johan Ayaya setting up the first blood. However, on the other hand, despite losing their Regar, Panda C, soloing the siege camp right here, will take a lot of damage in the meantime, and I gotta say, if the members of Three-Legged Cat scout this out, then Panda C's gotta be worried, but it looks like they have no idea.
You know how people exploit the name, like, Unstoppable? I wonder how effective having the name Blinded would be. Just making the enemy team think you're always blinded.
You know, it wouldn't be that great until you're against a team full of blinds, and then they'd be like, I can't tell what's happening! Hiraeth looking for the stun combo onto Johanna. Johanna able to avoid it with the Iron Skin right there, using that Unstoppable. They will be okay. Johanna in the thick of things, but won't be able to impact too much onto Nagrom and Vader's. And now Bruisers will be the priority here soon for both teams. First objective always spawning 3 minutes into the game, so you often have teams sending Bruisers in just a moment around the 220 mark, sending their teammates there. And now Hiraeth getting a little bit of gank pressure in bot lane will be just fine.
So here's the question in the Gord with Johanna. Is it Blessed Shield or Falling Sword? I would say Falling Sword because they have the Anduin, but
Falling Sword is certainly an interesting option. You surrender your ability to do anything on a snap reaction in exchange for a very big team-wide cleanse that does end in a stun, as well as having a strong, not quite OP level 20 anymore, but still certainly a strong level 20. And now both teams taking these Bruiser camps as one does right before first objective. I think that Masters Clash Academy here has the advantage. If they choose to take it, with taking their Bruiser camp so much earlier, they can secure vision control of these bushes, as we see with the time trap. Vader's not landing the jet propulsion onto Hager, and there's the infinite spin. Not looking for a fully box spin. Johanna Ayaya walking out of there. Stun combo lands onto Vader's, and now at this point, Masters Clash Academy with all 5 members here, they're going to take control of this while Kerrigan soaks out the bottom lane.
So the nice thing, if you get the box spin on the bottom of this objective and you have aggro range, you actually spin into the bushes a little bit. Like, you'll hit people while they're in the bushes. So it's very hard to enter the objective through the bushes. as the other team, especially at 13 when you get the slow and spell power reduction.
Johanna looking for the hook onto Lolam, not quite able to hit it. Metaltor now pressuring onto Vaders, who misses the jet propulsion. Stormbow going out onto Drakir, and here's a Kerrigan on the scene. We're going to dip out the camera a bit. Vader's dropping very, very low in the meantime, as did Captain Rex, but Captain Rex not going to die, able to avoid those Dragon's Breaths right there from Panda Colada. They're going to be just fine. Only 7 more Guardians to go, though, on the side of Masters Clash Academy. Despite having the 4v5, they want to see if they can finish this objective off. Metal Door going down. Wow, okay, only 3 more, 2 more needed for Masters Clash Academy. 1 more Guardian. It's so close, it came down to the wire. But it's actually going to be Masters Clash Academy securing this objective, but losing their Johanna at the same time. Without their main tank, not going to be able to aggress too hard. Unfortunately, though, on the other hand, Three-Legged Cat not able to get all the way inside the gate to bait the Punisher to jump over the wall, unassisted by the fort in clearing out this Punisher right here. But remarkably even so far between these two teams. Kerrigan using that time during that first objective to get a lot of stacks for her sharpened blades.
Yeah, I will say with the Joe pick there, it's really hard for Masters Clash Academy to push up into that without the threat of the hook or the threat of the, you know, anything coming out and killing them.
Johanna looking for the hook, does not find it. It's not a fishing hook just quite yet until level 13. Vader's actually hitting the stun combo onto Horiath.
God.
Temporal Loop went onto Horiath, but I don't think it made a difference, even with the cooldown reduction granted to Panda, as the Kerrigan just gets blown up so quickly.
She got hit by the Mobius loop and all that extra damage from the middle of that thing. It chunks you.
Dragon's Breath certainly hits very hard if they can manage to line up 2 or even potentially 3 of the hits from that Chromie onto a target. Metaltor and Nagron looking to get them soak here in the top side. Johanna securing vision. Oh, gets the hook onto Lolam. There's the Gorge. He's a little bit far from the gate, however, not quite able to make it all the way there. There's a bunker providing a temporary respite to Lolam, buys him enough time to receive the ancestral healing and jump right on out of there.
The only way that works is if Anduin pulls him.
Ooh, that would have been a smart idea. Anduin to pull stitches all the way in. I like that recognition, FullOnGritz. That certainly would have done a lot to help them get that kill. Would have been very well appreciated by the members of Three-Legged Cat, who find themselves going hungry yet again here. Oh, and there's the combo onto Lolam on the sideline, as well as the Ultralisk and the Light Bomb, the stun. All of a sudden, you go from peacefully farming lane, and then just, Oh, okay, I'm dead. All right, cool. I didn't get to touch my keyboard as soon as the stun combo started. Well executed by Horiath right here. The Ultralisk will go down. Chromie completing the Dragon's Breath quest in the meantime.
If you don't have vision of Kerrigan, assume she is inside of you already.
Ooh, kinky. Alrighty, now Kerrigan moving over towards these bottom sides of the map. Actually going to stay in mid for the moment. Johanna with the Deep Scout, not going to find anything for the moment, backing off a little bit right here, and it's a bit of a pause. Each team gonna look to secure their bruisers before next objective whenever that comes around. At the minute, just trying to get that wave clear and see if they can create any pickoffs.
We do get the Blessed Shield on the Johanna. Now, I've been flamed for doing this. Taking Blessed Shield in the stitches, even though I think it's usually the smarter play.
You can take literally any play under the sun in Heroes of the Storm, and someone has gotten flamed for it. Yes. It doesn't matter what you do, okay? You can walk out, you can kill 4 people, and then they'll be like, why didn't you kill 5? All right? So you see the hook, this time going out onto Vaders from Johanna. Dragon Arrow, wow! Preventing them from getting the blaze all the way under the gate. Yet again, the shockwave follow-up, and that's 2 consecutive mid-hook gorges from Johanna that, due to disruption from the members of MCA, were not able to turn into full kills. MCA, I said it before, I'll say it again, this is a team that takes care of their teammates. The team-wide peel is so huge right there. Even with stellar Stitches hooks, he's just a little bit too far away from his gate to turn them into kills when you've got so many members taking care of their team. Lolam does get hooked, but the Chastise not able to quite connect. Horiath now stepping out of the Chrysalis. What's going on, Grits?
even if they pulled Blaze over the wall there, he could have hopped the wall with Bunker. Like, that is a thing you can do with Bunker.
Indeed, Captain Rex taking a lot of damage in the backline on that Anduin will go down. Light Bomb somehow correctly timed onto the spinning auger. It's multiple members of MCA setting up eventually the kill onto Blaze. Johan Ayaya trying to chase down Nagrom will instead settle for biting on this Rehgar. That's a huge dragon arrow from Lolam, though in the meantime hits 2, and it feels like every single gorge that Johan Ayaya lands gets interfered with. Now Sylvanas' haunting wave going out, but so much damage being traded out back and forth here. This is an easy second objective for Masters Clash Academy.
At this point, who's the gorge target? They all run away so easily, and their team, like everybody on their team, can peel for whoever gets gorged.
Honestly, I think if Stitches was a solid 2 or 3 steps closer on those hooks, then those are kills. Leap of Faith pulling Drakir out, but there's actually a temporal loop onto Drakir, setting up the damage after the leap. Leap coming a little bit too early that time. Metal Door's on the scene now after hitting a shockwave. But this is a pick in favor of MCA as they siege onto mid-fort at the moment. Punisher doing a little bit of damage in the backline. Fishing Hook will not connect.
Masters Clash taking the camp. I think they're going to turn this whole bottom of the map red right now.
And Masters Clash Academy backing off right now, looking to do, as Grit said, paint the map red as they secure these camps for themselves. Oh, Panda Colada just barely not getting hooked by the blind hook attempt from Johan Ayaya. It will fail. Half-level lead in favor of Masters Clash Academy.
Oh, no,
all of a sudden, Johan Ayaya just
standing.
body blocked. He's temporal looped, he's got the light bomb, he's got everything on him. I'm not quite sure about the decision-making. Dragon's Arrow not landing onto Captain Rex. That arrow certainly wanted to be follow-up for teammate CC, but it's not like it's needed anyway for the double kill right there. Full level lead, that half-level lead doubled in size very, very quickly for the members of MCA.
That might have been one of the silliest body blocks I've seen in a while. I think did the Condemn like kind of get him looped behind?
I'm not
Johanna
really sure.
There? I'm not really sure.
I don't know why the Stitches kind of walked into his face in the first place, if I'm being honest with you. It's a bit of a puzzling decision for me.
I don't know if there was vision issue there or what, but like...
Gorge wasn't available? I don't really know. As we see now, MCA, they know that next objective will be in this top lane. They're going to try and get this fort down, and that's actually a dead Blaze in mid lane. My apologies there, Chad. Blaze getting picked off. And now MCA, Ultralisk is indeed on cooldown, so certainly that was part of it. Eats the Johanna for Johan Ayaya. What a fitting name. But Temporal Loop kept him in place. Now Nagrom in there, forced to use the Iron Skin Kerrigan combo, not landing onto Warren Ooh. But here's Metal Door in the flank right here, lands the long distance shockwave onto Nagrom, but the follow-up just unfortunately isn't there, and neither is the Fishing Hook.
Yeah, that stasis, I don't know if Hook was up yet, but it might have saved her life.
Dragon Arrow coming out onto Johan Ayaya. Hariath missing another Kerrigan combo in the meantime. Stitches is the first to go down. Chrysalis will unfortunately keep Kerrigan in place a little bit right here, but it does buy time for the Leap of Faith. However, Sylvanas going down at the same time, as well as Hogger in the backline. A triple kill for MCA as they pressure forward.
I just want to say how much I can relate to that Hogger. What went down with that Hogger where the spin's not going quite the way you like want it to go, and you're like, I guess I'll just kill this fort.
Temporal loop onto Hariath in mid lane. The well-timed Leap of Faith from Captain Rex interrupting it, though. Hariath will not go down. And if you're Chromie, you want to trade Temporal Loop for that Leap of Faith, right? It's just a straight up shorter cooldown. It's a positive cooldown trade in your favor, and it's always worth the shot because, hey, if they goof the timing, if they don't have Leap of Faith, then it's just a free kill.
Is it double loop? They should have it by now.
It was indeed double loop. We did see that pick stuck in a loop for Chromie at that level 18 level up right there, getting that power spike a little bit early, as Chromie does. Johan Ayaya and Hariath now leading the charge on a flank onto the members of MCA. Metal Door is in there taking a healthy chunk of damage in the meantime, but a Blessed Shield onto the isolated Harayev. Temporal Loop does yank them right back into the action, and Harayev will go down. First blood of this particular fight for MCA. Captain Rex is next to fall. Double kill for MCA.
You don't really think of Masters Clash Academy being the team that runs down being the team that's running down the other team here, but that's exactly what they're doing in some of these fights.
Yeah, some of these fights just showing such strong ability to put out massive amounts of pressure right here on the side of MCA as they continue at Johan Ayaya tossing out hooks, but it's just not enough. Now we'll get temporal looped yet again. We've seen stuck in a loop over and over. It feels like every time Chromie presses this, it's leading to a kill. Panda Colada picking up yet another one, this time onto Johan Ayaya. Level 20 advantage for MCA.
Oh no.
Oh, Harayev.
Again.
It's the Chrysalis, but it's only going to buy them a few more seconds of time. Harayev will go down. And at this point, that's a Dragonair onto Sylve. Leap of Faith forced to use to pull them on out of the action. Drakir, though, steps right back on in there. Will be able to Shadow Wave on out. But at this point, this is an almost impossible defense. The jump from the Punisher gets in right here. Nagram not afraid to get his hands dirty, not afraid to tower dive, and the push continues.
The Punisher kind of trolling Masters Clash Academy there. But they're going to finish off the core here. There's no way they don't.
And now actually still looking for picks. Sorry, I moved to core too early. I was like, oh yeah, sure, core's going to explode. No, they're killing everybody right here. One last triple kill.
BM kills all around.
Alrighty, what a series right there for our third series of the day. That was Three-Legged Cat versus MC Academy. Masters Clash Academy taking the series 2-0. Let's take a look on if our standings have been updated, and I'm going to update our stream title as well. I just realized it still says RQG versus IFR. Our final series of the day will be Bangbush versus Granite Gaming.